Thanks for joining BainaTV Weekend News Update. My name is Halima Audisha. Coming up in our headlines. President Akufo-Addo addresses Christians in Ghana ahead of Easter celebrations. Rastafarian student who was denied admission sues Achimota School. And Gridco assures Ghanaians that it has no intention of embarking on nationwide load shedding. We bring you details of these stories and many more. In our first story, President Akufo-Addo, in his message to Ghanaians ahead of the Easter celebrations, says anyone who flouts the COVID-19 restrictions this Easter will be dealt with in accordance with the law. The president reminded the public of the ban on churches, conventions, picnics and other gatherings associated with the festivities. He has also directed the security services to strictly enforce compliance with the COVID-19 restrictions this Easter. President Akufo-Addo, however, urged Ghanaians to strictly adhere to the COVID-19 safety protocols as well as road safety regulations during the Easter. The Ghana Police Service has deployed personnel to enforce protocols during the celebrations.
Whilst protecting ourselves from COVID-19, I want to make another appeal to you on a matter of considerable importance, not only to me, but to the entire populace. Year in, year out, accidents on our roads have been tragically a part of the celebration of Easter. This year, we must do everything possible to reduce this occurrence to the barest minimum. The Motor Traffic and Transport Department of the Police Service has reiterated its determination to enforce the road traffic laws and regulations. And it is my hope that this Easter will be celebrated without any road accidents. Let us help them in this endeavor by minimizing our speed, taking due precaution for other road users, driving without the influence of alcohol, and wearing our seatbelts. Like we have done with the COVID-19 safety protocols, let us also embrace a positive road safety culture that keeps our families and nation safe.
Taiwan Ras Maragai, a Rastafarian student who was denied admission alongside Ohiniba Kweku Nkrabia, has sued Achimota School and is demanding for admission and compensation. The family of the Rastafarian student denied admission at the Achimota School due to his dreadlocks sued the institution at a high court, citing discrimination. Taiwan's family also argued that the denial of admission is a violation of his right to dignity. They also indicated in the lawsuit that there is no basis for the school to interfere with the applicant's right to education based on his roster. Now, Gridco, in a statement issued on Wednesday, has called for calm. According to Gridco, it has no intention of publishing a power rationing timetable despite any assurances. Recent media engagements by Gridco about ongoing projects in the power sector appear to have heightened perceptions of impending nationwide power cuts. Speaking on City TV Breakfast Daily, Mr. Alfred Thompson, a former deputy managing director of the National Investment Bank, pleaded with Ghanaians to be patient with the Ghana Grid Company Limited, Gridco, as it is working to resolve the recent power challenges facing the country. Meanwhile, Gridco has assured Ghanaians that it has no intention of embarking on a nationwide load shedding program. The company has also assured Ghanaians of a stable power supply during this stipulated time period.
As I have said, we are not in doing so, and I will repeat it. There are some little problems in the system. I mean, in every system, there are some problems, and when the problem arises, all that we need to do is to try to fix it. And that is exactly what we do. We are here to fix the problems. We are not here to give excuses. And in the power sector, there are little things that may cause your light to go off. As I said, it might be a request, or it might be something that had come in an emergency. In an emergency, you cannot, that thing has happened already. So when do you go and then publish a schedule or to announce that this is going to happen? There are some of the things that you cannot anticipate. The ones that we are able to anticipate, like the Volta region one that we said we are going to do it, or as we said in subsequent months, if you go around Accra and even on the road, you would see that we are stringing transmission lines. We have built transmission lines that needs to be strung, and we are going to string them. And in order to string these lines, because they are in close proximity of existing lines, you have to take some of the lines off for safety reasons. Otherwise, you are going to kill human beings. You understand? When you are going to interconnect into an existing system, you have to take it off. And those ones are anticipatory, so you can announce that this is what is going to happen.
The Ghana Water Company Limited has begun the spillage of excess water from the Wager Dam, as announced in a statement it issued in Accra on Monday evening. The spillage, it said, had become necessary because of the sudden rise of the level of the dam from 46.2 feet and 48.1 feet within a 24-hour period. Management of Ghana Water Company Limited is informing the general public, institutions and organizations that have properties downstream of the imminent danger and therefore must take precautionary measures. The minority leader of Parliament, Mr. Haruna Idrisu, has responded to NDC's communications officer, Sami Jemfi's claims in an article on Facebook, accusing the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, Muntaka Mubarak, of serving their own interests against the interests of the party. Addressing the House shortly before Parliament went on recess, Mr. Idrisu argued that they acted in accordance to the law and in accordance to the 1992 Constitution. In a rebuttal, Mr. Bagbin stated in an interview that he acted as Speaker of Ghana's Parliament and not a Speaker of any party. Some members of the NDC have expressed their displeasure with the minority leadership following the vetting of President Akufo-Addo's ministerial appointment. Now still in Parliament, Ghana's Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Alban Bagbin, has finally accepted the resignation of the Member of Parliament for North Tongo, Mr. Samuel Okujetu Ablakwa, from the Appointments Committee. The North Tongo legislator delivered his resignation letter to the Speaker of Parliament and the Minority Leader. The reason for his resignation is not yet known, but Mr. Ablakwa says the decision is personal and based on his principles. Well, viewers, this is all we have for you. But before we go, let's take a look at stories that made headlines. Minority Leader and Speaker of Parliament react to accusations by Sami Gyamfi. Speaker of Parliament accepts resignation letter of Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa. Ghana Water Company warns general public to be mindful of their properties. Gridco assures Ghanaians that it has no intention of embarking on nationwide load shedding. Rastafarian student who was denied admission sues Achimota School. And President Akufo-Addo addresses Christians in Ghana ahead of Easter celebrations. Many thanks for doing the watching. My name is Halima Audu Isha. Do enjoy the rest of our programs.